G'day guys, what's going on? Today I'm going to be doing something slightly different. I'm going to be ranking Melbourne lockdowns. Now, first of all, just want to say that this video, it's not intended to make fun of people that have suffered because of the lockdowns, whether that be financially or even just mentally. But also, I've got to say that I am in support of these lockdowns. I think that they're really important in protecting the most vulnerable in our society. Anyway, now that disclaimer's out of the way, let's get into the ranking. So, for those of you that don't know, Melbourne is a city in Australia. It's where I live, and we've probably been a city that's been in lockdown for some of the longest time. Maybe that wouldn't have had to happen if our vaccination rates had been a little bit better. But yeah, basically, if you're watching this from outside of Australia, our policy has always been about suppression and elimination. We don't want the virus running rampant here. And the goal of these lockdowns has been really getting the cases of COVID down to zero. And I guess this probably isn't really a tier list, it's more of a ranking list, but that doesn't really matter. So first of all, if you live in Melbourne, you're probably all thinking the same thing. I'm going to put Lockdown 2 at 5th, the worst, least enjoyable lockdown of all of them. Main reasons for this, it was so long. It was so long. Just like my hair at that time, which looked really bad, but also a bit like Shaggy from Scooby-Doo. There were masks, we didn't even know when it was going to end. It kept being extended. There were hundreds and hundreds of cases. We were like, are we ever going to get out of the lockdown, or is COVID going to win? I was worried personally about my family, whether they were going to be safe. So yeah, basically with like over 700 cases in a day and just how long it was and everything, Lockdown 2 definitely in last position. Not fun at all. Okay, so coming in next at 4th, this one's maybe going to be a bit controversial, but I'm going to put Lockdown number 1 in 4th position. Reason why it's dropped this low on the lockdown rankings is basically because there was no footy. If you guys don't know Melbourne, everyone here, we love footy, and there was no footy during this time for us to watch, so it was pretty boring. Positives, I guess, was that it was shorter than the second lockdown, and also we didn't have to wear masks. We didn't even know that masks were necessary, which sounds crazy now, I know, but at that time we were told they didn't really do anything. So no masks was good. It was a bit more scary because we didn't really know that much about COVID. It was still pretty long. It was like a month and a half long, which did feel quite a while in lockdown time. And the rules were very strict, so I pretty much just stayed at home and played Fortnite. So yeah, that's where Lockdown 1 probably goes for me. Now, probably for 3rd position, I am gonna put Lockdown 4. Now, reason for this being was it was almost like death by a thousand cuts with this lockdown because we sort of were quite slow to go into it, and then we were quite slow to come out of it as well, with restrictions going back to normal. It was also not good because it got extended, which is always depletes the morale during a lockdown when it gets extended. The other thing is that the weather was getting quite cold, and it was also quite depressing to go from having all the freedom that we were sort of used to by then, from February, well, from more likely from November, and it was like, oh no, COVID's back, is this gonna keep happening? But yeah, bonus positive as well was, even though we like Dan, having James Molino as a leader was interesting. Just having someone new to vary it up when you chuck on ABC News 24 to watch the press conferences. Yeah, so that's probably where I put Lockdown 4. Now, this is potentially going to be controversial, but I'm putting Lockdown 5 at 2nd. Reason being, I'm only recording this on the early hours of day 2 of Lockdown 5, but I'm pretty confident that this one is just going to be 5 days. I also think that, we snapped into it as fast as we could have and should have. And I'm confident the numbers should stay low, hopefully, and we'll be out of it quickly. And because it's a snap lockdown, hopefully we will snap right back to the restrictions that we had before. So that's why I'll probably put this current lockdown number 5 in second position. But what you've all been waiting for, the best lockdown, the lockdown of all lockdowns, the lockdown we had to have, the lockdown we love, was Lockdown 3 in February 2021. Lockdown 3, this one was great. It was only 5 days long. We snapped into it pretty quickly. A big bonus for single people like me at the time was that it actually meant that Valentine's Day was cancelled. So you didn't have to walk around and feel bad about yourself seeing all these couples out having a good time. Although, rip to you if you did have big Valentine's Day plans. But also, it was maybe a clutch up if you hadn't got your plans together yet. You could just say, well, the lockdown cooked them. Another positive was that the weather was really nice. We weren't that worried about it because we were told it was very preventative. So the night before you could go out and have a good time, and then yeah, we did our 5 days, chilled out. It was pretty relaxing. And then afterwards we snapped back to our past freedoms pretty quickly. So yeah, overall Lockdown 3 was really good. I'm hoping Lockdown 5 is going to be similar to that. It's just not as good because it's in winter. But yeah, overall guys, those are my lockdowns ratings. Please leave a comment below. Tell me what was your favorite lockdown. I've also put a link to this tier maker template in the description so you and your friends can go and rank the lockdowns in terms of your own experience as well. But yeah, if you've watched this far as well, please consider checking out my YouTube channel here. I do just like stupid, fun gaming videos, mainly Minecraft, Clash Royale, but looking to branch out. For all you HES Royale regular subscribers, I know this is a bit of a weird video, but yeah, I just wanted to try something a little bit different. But yeah, please leave a like if you want to see more lockdowns, or if you want to see less lockdowns, make sure you leave a like. But yeah, hope you enjoyed my lockdown rankings. But yeah, hope you're staying safe out there. You're all doing okay. Hopefully this will all be a distant memory in a year's time. But we'll just have to wait and see. But yeah, guys, thank you so much for tuning in. More videos coming soon. Yeah.